Good morning, students of 4th grade of Secundaria. My name is Ana Sedamanos. Welcome to this English class. Today, the topic is simple past of the verb to be. El tema de hoy es el pasado simple del verbo to be. Okay, now, let's begin. Empezamos. Affirmative form. Forma afirmativa. In this chart, en este cuadro, tienes the affirmative form. Tienes la forma negativa. You begin with your pronoun. Vas a empezar con tu pronombre. These are your pronouns. Esos son tus pronombres. I, she, he, it, you, we, and they. Then, the verb to be. But in this case, the past of the verb to be. En este caso, el pasado del verbo to be. The past was. With I, she, he, it, use was. Con los pronombres I, she, he, it, yo, ella, él, eso, vas a utilizar the verb to be was, in past. In Spanish, en español, significa estuvieron, fueron. And then your complement. Y luego tu complemento. If I say, si yo digo, I was at home, in Spanish, yo estuve en casa. She was at home. Ella estuvo en casa. He was at home. Él estuvo en casa. It was at home. Eso, vamos a suponer your little cat, tu gatito chiquito, was at home. Estuvo en casa. Now, with these three pronouns, con estos tres pronombres, you, we, and they, use the verb to be were in past. Vas a usar el verbo to be were en tiempo pasado. And then your complement. In this case, en este caso, in the school. You were in the school. Tú estuviste en el colegio. We were in the school. Nosotros o nosotras estuvimos en el colegio. They were in the school. Ellos o ellas estuvieron en el colegio. Now, look, observa, mira. The verb to be, el verbo to be. In present, en presente, tienes am, is. The past, el pasado, was. In present, with plural, con el plural, you have are. Tienes el verbo to be are, in present. The past, el pasado, were. Okay? Now, here you have examples. Aquí tienes ejemplos. Number 1. I was tired. Yo estuve cansado o cansada. Number 2. You were late yesterday. Tú estuviste tarde ayer. Tiempo pasado. Number 3. They were here last Sunday. Ellos o ellas estuvieron aquí el domingo pasado. Okay? Now, yesterday and last Sunday are time expressions. Las palabras yesterday, ayer, last Sunday, el domingo pasado son expresiones de tiempo que te indican el tiempo pasado. Okay? Now, we continue with a negative form. Continuamos con la forma negativa. In the negative form, en la forma negativa, also, también, you have your pronouns. Tienes tus pronombres. I, she, he, it, you, we, and they. And then the verb to be. Y luego el verbo to be. But this verb to be in the negative form. En la forma negativa. Tiempo pasado. And then your complement. Y luego tu complemento. Now, the complement is an extra information. Es una información adicional. ¿Ok? Is optional. Es opcional. Now, with your pronouns I, she, he, it, use the verb to be was. Was is the verb to be in past negative. Es el verbo to be en tiempo pasado negativo. Ok, now, this word is the contraction. Esta palabra es la contracción de estas dos palabras. Was not. Was not. Estas dos palabras lo uní y formé la palabra was. And then your complement at home. I wasn't at home. Yo no estuve en casa. She wasn't at home. Ella no estuvo en casa. He wasn't at home. Él no estuvo en casa. It wasn't at home. We suppose your little cat. Vamos a poner tu gatito chiquito. Tu gatito no estuvo en casa. Now, with you, we, and they, use wearing. Wearing is the verb to be in past negative. Es el verbo to be en tiempo pasado negativo. Now, wearing is the contraction. La palabra wearing es la contracción de estas dos palabras. Were not. Ok? Now, and the complement in the school. Now, you weren't in the school. Tú o ustedes no estuvieron en el colegio. We weren't in the school. Nosotros o nosotras no estuvimos en el colegio. They weren't in the school. Ellos o ellas no estuvieron en el colegio. Now, here you have examples. Aquí tienes ejemplos. These sentences are the negative form of these sentences. Estas oraciones son la forma negativa de las oraciones que tienes aquí. ¿Ok? Now, number 1. I wasn't tired. Yo no estaba cansado. You weren't late yesterday. Tú o ustedes no llegaron tarde ayer. They weren't here last Sunday. Ellos no estuvieron aquí el domingo pasado. ¿Ok? Now, until this part, we finish the explication. Terminamos con la explicación.